good or bad?
The light?
Yeah.
I think it's good. We are live on YouTube because I didn't know.
Hi, YouTube.
Oh no.
Wow. I look like I'm playing Minecraft with my face.
Mm-hmm. That's not good.
Depends. Some might say I'm better looking this way. Wonder if the audio is the same way. Let's see.
That's really bad.
Sort of takes pixelated to the next level.
Mm-hmm. I need a speed. Hi guys. Why does it say excellent condition and look that horrible? It says the connection is excellent. I don't know what to do.
I do.
That is not at all helpful.
I'm so sorry. I do love you. I know you're trying really hard at this.
Bear with us, friends. I'm trying something.
She's crafty. This one, I tell you.
Yeah, except right now it's like Minecrafty.
I
I know, down here it looks great.
was gonna say, you're pretty in person.
Okay.
How about now?
It's still the same.
Minecraft. Yeah.
Box. It is
Right down.
not improving.
Nope.
Okay. So,
Ooh, that's pretty.
I know. Let's do a test. No difference.
I'm mildly less pixelated. I'm really pretty on that screen.
I know. Okay. Here's what we're going to have to do, I think, friends. I think we're going to have to go old school and literally stream on Facebook off my phone. And the problem is I'm going to lose YouTube. That, or I can leave it. Can you guys hear us okay, or is that all broken up too? Because I could leave it running
For the audio?
For the audio as an option. So that you guys can at least hear on YouTube. I know it's not ideal, guys. I'm sorry. I'll explain. Once I get up on Facebook one way or another, I'll explain what's going on. Let's try that. So frustrating. I don't even... Where is your business page?
Hi.
Can you be helpful?
We are working on, when I say we, I mean, basically, I mean she. But I'm here in a support role.
I just wrote Hump Day Happy Hour.
Is that a fat joke? I'm a little frumpy. Hi.
I'm not live over there yet.
Oh.
I don't know what else to do.
I think it's working.
Well, I'm not even live yet.
How about now?
Okay. Hopefully they can hear us over there. Okay, YouTube, you're just gonna have to let me know if you can hear me or not. I don't even know at this point. Well, I can't stop stream there. So
we look so pretty on that
I know.
screen.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
Oh, I'm actually less red on that
Finished
screen.
doing my hair. So welcome to Hump Day Happy Hour. We're having some technical issues. Shocking. So we are live on Facebook on our cell phone, old school style, and actually it's going really well. It looks clear. I think you guys can probably hear me. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than normal to read comments. Maybe I can pull up the Facebook page, and that would be a possibility, but there'll be a little bit of a delay there. I'm currently on YouTube, but it's horrible. So YouTube people, if you are able to go over to Facebook, you can see, because I don't even know if on YouTube you can hear me or not. So that would be the problem currently. Jason says the sound is good. Thank you very much. Brett Butter says awesome race weekend. Thank you. There's Tina. There's Scott. So awesome. Thank you very much. Over on Facebook World, we are grateful for you guys. You know, I have to find a way to. Jason, I'm so sorry. Brett Butter says awesome race weekend. Thank you. You have no idea the struggle. It's the struggle bus so through and through right now. So
appreciate your effort.
Thank you.
Doing a great job.
Nah, it's not the best.
It's working.
Hey, there's Jeff. Jeffrey's on there, Kaufman.
Oh, hey.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of Rose because we did another powder puff race at the end of our event this past weekend, the Protect Super Cup, and I got to win. So I was very grateful that Rose and Bree Manchado weren't there because I got a chance to win. So Taylor says we can't comment on YouTube, but the sound was good. Oh, well, that's weird that you can't comment. Must be really bad over there. And then Ed said something, must be opposite day. We could actually hear you on YouTube. Well, that's awesome. Zachary made it over to Facebook. Thanks for coming. There's Brian. You can hear on YouTube, but the camera looked way better, obviously. It was horrible over there. So I apologize for that. Matt says, awesome weekend. Can't wait for Mugen Challenge. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for coming to ProTech. And thanks for the tent donation. I'm really super grateful for that. Gary Martin says hello from Little Mexico Campground. Like Buttonwood?
Oh, no.
Oh. Is
Close.
that different? Okay.
Yeah.
Kurt says, got my order today. Great service. Looking forward to Hot Summer Nights race. Awesome. Thank you so much. And then there's Robert says, I hear you just fine. Real quick question. Do you have regular water so I can fill up my 55-gallon for shower for the Mugen Challenge? No, I'm sorry. Especially for the Mugen Challenge, the water is not available. We run our entire program off of a well, so unfortunately you'll have to bring water with you or grab it on the way. Sometimes Pilot or Flying J, you can get it there.
The pump service has 30
refill
gallons.
water.
Yeah.
You can pay for 30 gallons of refill water. 30 gallons is $20. So that is an option. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about
the initial
fill up. Yeah. So hello to everybody. Missed you for Nats. Okay, that's great. How did you do at Nats, Zachary? And Matt says nitro short course. Yeah, that was like next level.
Yeah, it was crazy stuff.
So we want to talk a little bit about our ProTech Super Cup. So those of you that did make the event, we would love to hear from you in the comments, feedback on the format. I've so far heard really good things, but we're also open to negative feedback. You know, if there's something you didn't love about the way that was lined up, we'd like to know so we can form our thoughts for moving forward. because when we try something new like that, there's bound to be hiccups. Kevin had one, and it was just fine. It was no big deal. Do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah. So Saturday, setting up the Super Cup round. We didn't set it up properly, so it didn't. The trickle down through A, B, C, D, E. So we bumped the B winner to the A, which worked perfect. But then we miscalculated the number of entrants in the B, so then we had to bump 2 from the C to the B, and then we had to bump 3 from the D to the C to fill the 11th spot.
So long story short, the worst thing that happened is some people thought they didn't bump, that they missed the bump spot, and they got it. So not so bad, pretty good, pretty awesome. Otherwise, the way that the format worked is that we had 2 normal rounds of heats. The third round was heads up racing. So you started it just like a main. They were 10 minutes long, so you got longer drive time. And then the top person bumped to the next higher main for Sunday. So you didn't have to do the lower main to bump. You could, and then you even had another chance to bump again. So for example, if you were categorized in the C on your third round for the resort when we did Super Cup round, excuse me.
Makes a lot to say.
If you were in the C and you won it, you could bump to the B, and then on main day you could still bump to the A. But if you bumped during Super Cup round on Saturday, you didn't do anything else on Saturday. So you didn't have to run another race that night. It was just that 10 minutes. Just like if you were kind of locked in your position, you really didn't need to stress about that. If you were somewhere, you didn't have to worry about it. So
yeah, you only ran 1 race in the third round of qualifying.
Yeah.
I've heard a ton of feedback, and it's across the board. They love heads up racing, and we knew that going in.
Of course.
So if the event grows, because we're almost maxed out on hours on the clock.
Yes.
For the number of entries for that format. So as the event grows, I think the modifications to the format would be maybe the first round Saturday morning is a seating round, and it may only be like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know, because that really only saves you 50 minutes.
Yeah. So here's the thing that maybe not everyone understands because they don't have our job, which is that usually, notoriously, our slowest months of the year are the J months: January, June, and July. During those months, our entry counts are notoriously low. Sales are not good. So we kind of prepare for famine, if you will, in our business world during those months. So it's always the place where we try new things. The Protect Super Cup, we did an AM/PM challenge in the past, or AM/PM Revolution it was called. But we try new things because they're notoriously low entry races. Here's the thing this year. Those were the highest. We never expected to have that many people.
Well, you have to be slightly careful how you say that exactly. June and July 2023 were the highest June and July entry counts we've ever had for June and July.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
We did not expect, especially this past weekend, going up against ENATS.
Yeah.
We did not. I mean, we were blown away by all the support and the love and the people coming, and we really just can't get over it. It's pretty spectacular. And then even Party Rock Race was much bigger than we expected back in June. So that just really fantastic problems, not problems.
It was. Party Rock was crazy.
Yeah.
The highest entry count that I found in any of our records that I had kept over the years, 2019 we had 179 entries.
Okay.
And this year we had, I think, 258, 256,
Crazy.
something like that. 258. the July race, whatever it have been, it's never been over 200 entries.
Yeah.
And we had, well, I made 226, so, and I didn't race. So you take me out, we had 225 entries.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I thought no one was commenting. I was about to like start yelling at you, but it was just that the screen was not up to date because the video stopped playing on my end. So I'm just gonna hit a couple comments real quick. Bill Burns said great weekend and the format was cool, so thank you very much. There's Anthony, thank you for jumping on, and Steven. Scott says he really enjoyed the 10-minute Super Cup. That's great. Brett Butter says format was really cool. I enjoyed having basically a main race on Saturday. Yeah, we heard that a lot. Roger liked the format. Thanks, Roger. Zachary says that Nats was a struggle for everyone. Overall, happy with my finishes. The new Mugen kits on the way. Can't wait to try. Awesome. Awesome. And there's Kyle. Hey, Kyle. How are you? There's Braden Dommel. Says 10-minute Super Pole was fun. I wish I could have been on the right tire for the e-truggy for Super Pole. The 10th scale one was fun, and I enjoyed the advantage of starting 3rd instead of 7th in the A. The start was much easier. I wish I would have gotten more than 5 hours of sleep, of course. Brett says, how dialed was Kevin's e-buggy? Did he need to make some changes? Well, Brett, little do you know, that is not Kevin's e-buggy that I was running. That is Christa's e-buggy that I have had for how many years? I mean, a long time.
So I was just telling Stober about this, because he would appreciate it.
Yeah.
That is actually the first Mugen car I ever bought, which was a used MBX6 Nitro car that I bought from Brian Fosdick back 2010, 09, 10.
Yeah, 08, 09, I would say.
And then my good friend C.R. Lovell converted it to an e-car before Mugen even made e-cars. Oh, wow. Long story short, it's been dubbed the nickname Pinky.
Because it has my pink body.
Christa's car now.
He's 100 times wanted to get rid of it and like upgrade to the new one. No,
not 100 times.
But it's so funny because whenever anybody, like they use it a lot to try jumps when they're, you know, setting up a new track or things like that. So
it is 100% the test car.
And if somebody needs a car because they're in trouble or whatever, it's always the go-to because it's just Christa's car, whatever. You would be shocked. We never do oils in it. We never rebuild anything. People love it. The setup is out of this world awesome.
Well, it's just because the diffs don't even have oil in them.
Well, it doesn't matter. They do not complain about the setup at all.
I think Kyle rebuilt it back the last year he was here working for us.
Yeah.
But that was years ago.
Anyway, so we'll definitely do that. That Powder Puff race again at Mugen Challenge. So we are super excited about that being our next event and having you all back here. As you guys know, Mugen is the biggest race that we have of the year. And hey, listen, can we try something one time? Can you guys like on Facebook, you know how you can like send the hearts and stuff? If you got my email that went out about the Mugen, why don't you like send a thumbs up or a heart or something by clicking on it on Facebook? Because I think it like when you do it on the little phone screen, I think it like shows on here. I don't know. We're gonna try it because I think it like pops up. So anyway, if you got the email about Mugen Challenge coming out, because I made a mistake. I hardly ever.
What do you mean? I've never heard anybody say anything about it.
Oh, did you get lots of...
Oh my.
Really?
It was exhausting.
Man, okay, I didn't get... if you guys sent thumbs up and stuff, I didn't get them. Or maybe nobody got the email. God, that's even more disappointing. Can you fake it?
I got the email.
Maybe the thumbs up thing doesn't work anymore. I don't know. Anyway.
It says 0 stars received.
Well, stars are different. That's a stupid Facebook thing that they do. Oh, I see. I'm not getting comments. This is ridiculous. Oh, there's P word.
Oh, wow. Oh, Sainer even said Pinky. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pinky for the win.
Oh, there's Mike. Mike says, great weekend. Super Cup was a nice change. Thank you. There's Robin Heil and P word. Winning with the old technology. Yes. Are you guys having a race in September or October? Yeah, Kyle, both. Trying to figure out how to get there before I go to Japan. Yeah, we would love to have you. we have the schedules on the website, and if you have any questions, let me know. 500 weight grease in the diffs for the win. Yes. Crazy thing about old cars is sometimes they're easier to drive. That's true.
Yep.
And Hunter is in for the Mugen Challenge Powder Puff.
Wow,
yes.
no way.
Yes. No drops in the heat rounds added a little extra pressure. However, 2 chances to bump still gave you plenty of opportunity. Yeah. And Alex had such a fantastic weekend, so we're super happy for him. So the biggest news of the Mugen Challenge press release that went out this week is that we are doing organized practice, and we've had lots of questions about it. I did have a typo, so I'm just going to tell you before we start that it is the same schedule repeated 3 times. I just simply copied and pasted.
There's no intermediate e-buggy practice on Saturday. The experts get 16 hours and the intermediates get 0.
I'm so sorry for the mistake that I made.
Fellas.
So we're doing organized practice. So obviously if you participate in the Adam Drake clinic, that is on Thursday morning. We are going to release the date this week as far as when that will open up for people to sign up for that event. But if you're in that, you're going to get practice and be able to get feedback directly from Adam during that process. So you will get practice in the morning. For everyone else, the track opens at 3 o'clock, and we're going to do organized practice on Thursday from 3 to 9. The way that it's going to work is we have time slots with particular disciplines, and you will get a time slot in which you will practice in. So for example, you'll come inside, you will sign up for your racing because no one will be able to practice until you have signed up. I'm sorry, it's the only way we can police this. So you will come in, you will sign up, you will get a wristband. Your wristband will put you in your allotted time. So for example, if you're in 40 plus e-buggy, you will get practice between 3 and 5 p.m. on Thursday. If you are in e-truggy, it's 5 to 6:15. The way we laid out the amount of time that we give you is based on how many entries we've had in the past in those particular disciplines, so that we can maximize the amount of time you would be able to be on the track per class. It's going to be, although it is different times, it will be the same order of classes. So my one typo, obviously there's a post going out tomorrow where there is not a typo, and you will be able to see the full schedule, but it's just the same thing repeated. You want to talk about Friday practice a little bit, how we're going to do that?
So, again, it's exactly what she just said. Essentially, we have 3 rounds of practice. Thursday evening is round 1, Friday morning into lunchtime is round 2, and Friday evening is round 3. If you come in, now this isn't like rounds of heats, okay? You can chicky your way through the session, and you could probably get out 2 or 3 times every round that you have practice.
Yeah, so you're still going to have your line just like we do for practice, but that line is only for the people in those classes. So for example, between 6:30 and 7 on Thursday, in the 8 scale novice and the 10 scale, you're not going to have A plus 40 standing in that line. You're only going to be the 8 scale novice or the 10 scale. Honestly, they can stand in the line, but when they get up, it's going to be police and they're going to get kicked off.
Yeah, because only purple wristbands are going to be allowed on the track at that time.
Yes.
Where from 7 to 9 p.m. on Thursday, only green wristbands are going to be allowed. So
here's a couple of the benefits. Because you're signing up, we can actually monitor the your transponder numbers. We can make sure your sign up information is correct. There's some extra checks and balances that we can do. When you're talking a large entry event like this, we want to make sure we can eliminate as many problems as early as possible. Yeah. So that's one. And also, you're going to know what time you're going to practice. So let's say that you want to go out for dinner. You know that you're not going to be able to be on the track between 7 and 9. So go live your best life.
Love it.
Yeah. Let's hit the comments for a minute. Sean said he's going to be running Mudbuster. Oh, are we going to be running any Mudbuster oval races in the future? Yes, we are. We have a regular oval schedule. We race oval here at LCRC once a month. I almost said once a week. Once a month. But you can find our oval schedule on our website, lcrcracer.com, and we'd love to have you. Bob says Kyle did a heck of a job. Yes, he did. Hi, Dad.
Missed me some.
Rose says she's in for Powder Puff at Mugen. Okay. I want to say that I'll practice, but I probably won't.
Can I bust out my car for you now?
No.
Because you know she ain't driving a 10-year-plus old car.
I wish that I could get my mom out to the track. She doesn't like to leave the house, let alone camp for 3 days. Yeah, I understand. That's not for everybody. John says, finally in. Oh, I'm in. Finally, I took off all summer. Oh, well, it'll be great to have you back, John. Shane says, sorry, I didn't look at the other classes in depth. Oh, totally, Shane. I did not. I was not surprised by the question. I was just surprised that I had made the mistake. So that question seemed weird to me because I didn't know that I made a mistake. So I was like, what in the world? Okay, there's a couple more on here.
Schreffler.
Schreff says, chicken your way through. That is funny. Brett says...
It's the truth. Come on.
Brett says he can't wait to have an arm full of wristbands. I can't wait for you to have an arm full of wristbands as well.
Oh, yeah, because he's going to have...
Yes.
One...
Dennis Brew, too. Yeah.
Actually, you're only going to have two. Because the Truggies both run the same session, and then Expert Nitro Buggy and Expert E-Buggy run the same session. So, Brett, you're only going to have two.
Yeah. But...
Yeah.
Maybe you want to get into some extra disciplines just to collect wristbands.
Yeah.
So then that's the big news as far as practice goes. Saturday is pretty standard. The only thing about Saturday is if you are a latecomer, it's going to be early bird time for you. We are closing sign up at 6:30 in the morning. So if you are arriving on Saturday, you're going to have to be here early.
Or call Friday afternoon. Not Friday evening at 7. Call Friday afternoon at 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon and do your registration over the phone.
We can even take payment over the phone for that if you want to do a credit card. But we will not do that early. You will have to do it regular when sign up is open.
Yeah, during normal registration.
Sometimes people want to call like tomorrow and pay. Yeah. We don't do pre-sign up. It will be when the event's going on. So, just as long as you guys understand that, there are going to be awesome prizes and giveaways. I actually was just talking to Allison about their stuff that they're sending, and I'm very excited about that.
Cool.
But I'm super excited about the organized practice because I think it's going to eliminate those long lines, which is really the only complaint we've ever had over Mugen Challenge is the long lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's hit a couple more questions.
Before anyone asks.
Okay.
We pre-entry, okay? It's a thing. We are not doing pre-entry here at LCRC until one main thing happens. When we hit a 500 entry race, at that point we will then revert to pre-entry.
Yeah.
Depending on the entry count at said race that goes over 500, we may discuss an entry cap, but until we hit a race that lands over 500 entries, we're not doing pre-entry and we're not doing a cap.
Yeah. So Taylor had a great question. He says, do I need to reserve a spot in pit lot 1 for easy up pitting for the Mugen race? No. Pit lot 1 will still be first come, first serve. Mm-hmm. We will maybe be a little bit more careful with the vehicles that park there versus the tents. Yeah, so for
Mugen Challenge, pit lot 1, the only thing that'll really change compared to the other normal races is that we won't allow automobiles to be parked in the grass slot of pit lot 1.
Yeah.
So it'll just be strictly reserved for pull up, unload your stuff, put your tent out, do your thing and go park your truck in the back 40
that way we can just accommodate as many people as possible there. Tina says she needs to come practice for all these ladies that are coming for Powder Puff. There's Kurt Sieber. Robert says, do you guys still have the LCRC pit boards? Yes, we do. I don't think the inventory numbers are correct on that, though, on the website.
I just checked it the other day, and there are some live on the internet. I'm not going to say that it was the proper number, but there are some live on the internet.
So yes. Gary Martin says, I'll be stopping in tomorrow. Awesome. Can't wait to have you. And then there says, Braden says, 1 band on each wrist for Brett.
Yeah.
Kevin does say I should expand on how many classes I run. Okay, well, 10 scale, I guess it is, because not novice. And I don't remember
2
which
cars,
other.
3 classes, max. Telling you. It's the way to go, guy. Trust me.
Okay, so a couple more questions about parking here. I can't wait to get the nitro going. That's awesome, Zachary. What about trailer parking? So trailer parking, we have a couple different ways we do this. We do have certain spots which are pre-reservation only. Okay, these are spots that have 30 or 50 amp hookups, and you have to call ahead of time to reserve those. Those are all spoken for Mugen as of right now. We do have a waiting list started. Sometimes we do have people that have things come up and there's cancellations, but the waiting list is long.
The waiting list is 8 or 10 deep already on top of the 40-some spots we have. So
yes, we do obviously have lots of room for more overflow parking. So plenty of places to put trailers and campers and things. We do ask that you stop and let us park you. And I know on all of my media stuff that we put out there in the signs, it says like you have to stop and come in the hobby shop to check in. It's not really necessary as long as you meet with somebody in a golf cart. So either Kevin or my dad, Bob, will take you back. But if you're headed to Primitive, the main point would be that, you know how like when you go parking at a concert, like they keep everybody tight and right and you can fit as many as possible? That's what we're doing. We're making sure you all park in there in a way that we can get as many people in as possible. Every once in a while somebody comes in and just like pulls in sideways and it makes a huge mess. So
yeah, or somebody pulls in a 70-foot rig that they need help, and you know, listen, we have a facility that is designed to accommodate all these big rigs and whatnot, and you know, let us help you. You know, we'll lead you around and show you which way to go and where to pull in and how to get straight and the whole bit.
You guys can bet on entries if you want in the comments, but we will not jump in on that. Never. Robert says I use a generator, so I won't need a hookup, so that's great. Okay, wonderful. Yep. So that's perfect, and we'll have the perfect spot for you that will make you very, very happy.
What else you got?
Well, I wanted to just mention that usually I know we advertise that Saturday's racing will be completed by 10. We did adjust that for Mugen Challenge to 11. So if we can get done by 10, we'll do it. But if we can't, then we're making a little leeway for ourselves by saying 11 p.m.
It's Mugen Challenge. It's like the local dirt track that has the 11 p.m. curfew, except on Fair Week. Mm-hmm. Well, this is Fair Week, fellas. We're gonna do what we got to do to get her in.
Sure. But we're not gonna race all night. We'll never run that program where you're gonna be racing at 3 or 4 in the morning. Just never gonna do that. Never. No, I love to sleep. You guys want to see me grumpy at 6:30 the following morning? Keep me up that late. Sunday.
Should be like last week when I kept you in the booth, help me with the scoring until after midnight.
It wasn't after midnight, but it was close.
It was after midnight till Ed and I get in.
Oh my gosh. Sunday is pretty standard. Obviously, we do not advertise. I know that if you come here often, you know this already, but we don't advertise a start time for Sunday until we know where the entries are and we know where things lay out. Because what we do is we really would like things to be wrapped up race-wise by 5 p.m. on Sunday so that people who are flying out, people who have to go to work and school the next day, whatever. We want you to be able to count on an end time so that you can schedule your life around it. So we start on whatever time we have to be able to finish by that time. So, and I think people really like that.
It's golden. I truly, to this day, I believe that is one of the things that has made us as successful as we've been with our events. Is that on Sunday we do what we have to do to get her done.
Yes. So Brady had an excellent question. He says, is the track layout changing for Mugen? Yes, it is. We will do a full layout change. I'm very excited for this because Mugen Challenge layout is always very special.
Don't look at me.
No pressure.
That's all Sainer. I got nothing.
And there's Tim. He says, hey, you two. Thanks for a great weekend. No, thank you for coming. We're so grateful. And Braden says, word on the street from Alex Burns' dad is that Mayfield and Rivkin will be there.
Mayfield is an unofficial lock, but yeah, Mayfield's coming. I don't know about Rivkin because
I haven't heard Rivkin.
10 scale. He's a little tighter tied into 10 scale nets with 80, so I don't know about Rivkin. But.
Well, if Will Walker was on right now, he could tell us everyone that's going to be.
Wiggins
coming.
is coming.
Oh yeah.
Drake is coming. Lutz is coming. Heckert's coming. I can only assume Bornhorst is coming. You know,
it'll be a good show.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a good show for sure.
Yeah,
so we're looking forward to that.
It's very exciting. Did you guys all book your rooms and figure out your lodging and things? Because if not, okay. So let's hit the comments real quick. There's Cody. Hi, Cody.
Yeah. Pressure's on you, Sainer.
Mike says
your track layout engineering.
That's why we love racing with you guys. We have a 5-hour drive home, and we appreciate how organized the format is. Hey, thank you for saying that, Mike. I really appreciate it. We care about that. We know a lot of our racers are not locals. Yeah. You know, our local racers that are here every time, they have drives to get here. Yeah. And, you know, like, I don't know. I want to take care of you guys.
Yeah, always. No, it's a big deal. Like, imagine, like, I think about going to a 400 or 500 entry race somewhere else, and the A-mains weren't over until 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, Sunday night. Well, hell, you ain't no way you're getting home.
No, and then to try to go to work the next day is just miserable. And honestly, like, the reason we ever started the 10 p.m. finish on Saturday thing was that we were noticing that people were not having as much fun racing anymore.
On Sunday, yeah, because then Sunday would be miserable because everybody was strung out. And
they at the beginning of the day, every one of you racers all say, "Oh no, give us as much run time as possible. I want the 7-minute heats. I want the whatever, right?" But then when it is 11 o'clock at night and it's dusty and the bugs are out and the lights and you're mad and your car keeps breaking and now it's colder than it was and the track doesn't hook up like it did and all those things, you're like,
and we're still 2 hours away from finishing around.
You're grumpy? Oh, you guys get so grumpy. So I was like, you know what? We need to, and I get grumpy because, you know, Kendall and I have really long days and I try to be available to you guys.
You are very rarely ever grumpy at 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Because I am sleeping. But, you know, like, Kendall and I have long days and we try to be available to you guys while heats are going on because if you break something, I want you to be able to. So it makes long days for us. So anyway, long story short.
The concession guys are already burnt out and probably closed and gone.
Yeah.
Dean's is closed. Oh, and like everything is miserable.
Yeah, and in the end.
There's no restaurants open. Sorry.
It's okay.
There's no restaurants open.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
what he said.
The big thing is that what was I gonna say? Anyway, we want your experience to be the best it possibly can. That's
Cody,
what I was
when
trying
was
to say.
the last time you were on Hump Day?
What is the flashing lights?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a truck.
They're farming next door, honey. It's
okay. Well, I don't know.
Sainer, when was the last time you were on Hump Day?
He always watches. He just usually watches the next day on his way to work.
Oh.
Brett Butter says, absolutely, Kevin. Knowing the latest end time Sunday is 5 makes it the most appealing to participate. Yeah. Thank you. Jeff's coming. Put Kaufman's on the pro list.
Nice.
Okay. Kenny and Braden are just talking about some of the tire options, and I love that you guys communicate in the comments and like answer questions about setup and things. I love that. And Braden says full field of pros means extra entries because who wouldn't want to see a full field of pros? You're right. Who wouldn't? Guess I do. Do you guys know what we did today?
Which part?
A lot of things, but we just got done riding horse, and Adeline rode a horse for the first time and marked something else off of her summer bucket list.
Yeah.
Boom. Mic drop. Kevin rode. I rode.
Yep.
Adeline and Aunt Pete. Super
That's
fun.
cool. Yeah.
Yes. What else is going on, honey? Answer questions about stuff that I think about.
I'm finally feeling like I'm winning the war on the siege against all of the trash and garbage at the farm.
Oh, I know, that's very exciting. Hey, I'm sorry, we got to go back to Mugen real quick because I have some new comments and questions. Taylor DeLoso just gave me a great one. He said, speaking of food, is there confirmed food vendors for Mugen? Yeah, I can confirm for sure that Harry will be here. I also can confirm for sure that Mission Pizza will be here at least Friday. I am working on other options as well. Unfortunately, those of you who got to have Sparkies last weekend during our Pro Tech race, that was their final hurrah. They announced yesterday that they are they're closing up for the time being. So unfortunately, we did have Sparkies as a lock for both Cancer and Mugen Challenge, and we've lost them.
What about the...
Yeah, I'm going to try to get the other Mexican food to come back in. They did a really fantastic job. Those are the ones that were set up under the carport. I thought their food was really, really delicious. It was pretty reasonably priced, and they are also a great option. So here's the thing.
They were nice people too.
You guys are like locked down here for so many days straight. I know that everybody loves a Harry burger, but there's a certain amount of time that you're like, okay, I'm ready for something different. So here's the thing that I have found. Harry usually wears out. He's only here and good for so many hours before he's done and doesn't want to be grumpy the next day. So I'm trying to do it in shifts. So Harry has morning shift because we all want his breakfast sandwiches, and really his lunch is perfect too. And then I try to do like a dinner shift. And I'd like to try to do that on obviously Friday for the pit party. We will definitely do that because I'm going to have at least pizza here for that. But then I'd also like to do something Saturday evening as well, so that you just have some other options. So anyway, that's a little bit on the food front. I'm definitely working on it. There is Matt. He says, hi guys, Hump Day, happy Hump Day. Thank you. Cody says, in this case, it's been a while. Ooh.
Yeah.
Braden says,
next Wednesday, maybe you co-host.
There you go.
With Christa, because I want a day off.
You don't get days off. Braden says, that's why I don't like one-day races that go late because I gotta drive home. Yeah. So, and then Tina says, Cody is probably watching sprint car racing at Flow. What's going on at Flow tonight? Are there any good races going on?
Whoa, what happened?
Cody is probably watching sprint car racing at Flow. Races going on? It's very frustrating.
At least it's working. At least it's working.
So Gary says, I'm looking forward to the Rubber Tire Series race on August 26th. Yes, I gotta jump in.
Seems, because I got my sprint car problems figured out. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
So
did I tell you about that?
Yes, you did.
Did I?
You were very excited, and I'm very happy for you.
Let's go. Sieber, we gotta talk. I got some intel.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So Kenny says, I noticed a lot of guys last weekend snuggled. I think you bet struggled, but it actually was really funny to just read that they snuggled. Who was snuggling? That struggled that you usually see in the A mains. What was the deal with all the runaways? I don't know. What was the deal with all the runaways?
Lots of dead batteries and weird stuff.
Yeah. I
Straff
know.
lost a receiver in the main.
Taylor says Sparky's and the donuts were awesome. I know. Yeah. It's really sad. Yeah. I know. Their tacos are awesome. I know. I know. I'm hoping that they at some point can come back because they were so good. And then Braden says, not a fan of the 6 a.m. starts on main days since I'm not a morning person. Yeah, I get it.
Sorry.
But I understand you guys got to do what you got to do in order to get done by 5. Yeah. And listen, get a nap. Ain't nothing wrong with a nap in the middle of the day. That's okay. You know? Stupid autocorrect. I don't know. I like the snuggled. And at least theirs didn't blow. Yeah. Yeah. So. On the oval front, our next race is right after Mugen Challenge. It is called our Hot Summer Nights, but that's the Rubber Tire Series race, correct?
I believe so.
Yes, it is. I just wanted to jump in on oval real quick because Ed had sent me some information. The Hoglands National is the big race this weekend. It's gonna be hot. There's temps are gonna be close to 100, but there's lots of fast guys going there. That's exciting.
I've never been to Hoagland's.
Oh, is it Hoagland's? I'm so sorry.
I don't. It's like Hootie or Huddy.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's a 2-day race, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, it says July 28th and 29th. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they even have, it's like a full weekend gig. So that'll be super fun. For my oval guys. Product-wise this week, do we have anything? I mean, I know we're doing tons of ordering.
I literally got nothing. I'm exhausted.
We're just reordering lots of things that.
Yeah, we got another. There's 20 Outlaw 5 kits coming. Exciting on the custom works front. So some of the gears have been a ghost all summer. 24, 5, 6, 7 tooth pinions didn't exist, and then the 81 tooth spur gear is like a unicorn. Spur gear is still somewhere not here. The pinion gears, they're en route.
Cool.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. Rob shipped us, oh heavens, I think hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of pinion gears and a couple, I'd have to pull up my email and look, but I can't because, well, I just can't. Anyway, long story short, more than a couple. I'm going to say probably 5 to 8 of the top back ordered part numbers from Custom Works this summer are en route.
Cool.
Which is good.
Very good.
There will be the mother load of sprint cars coming, so we should have plenty of those to run us. Honestly, they should run us deep into the third quarter.
Yep.
Rockets should be coming as well.
Which we still have some too.
We do have a few left.
We have both in stock still.
The other thing, the original 9127 wing, not the flat one, but the, I don't know what you would call it, the curved wing. That wing is coming back as well. We have A1 tires.
Oh, yeah.
They're in hand.
We haven't received them yet.
Reflex and Stalker A1s. I busted a pair out of the bag, after crew dinner night, Sunday night. After you made me unload 2 hay wagons and whatnot.
Oh my gosh, you guys, guess what I made Kevin do? So we finished racing, you know, when you guys were all so exhausted and we were exhausted and we finished up podium pictures and whatever. Well, guess what? The sun was shining and it was time to make hay. So Kevin and I had to go unload.
Oh no. We sent the crew on for crew dinner, like always. You know, my most favorite part of the whole weekend.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
We did a wonderful job being farmers, and we unloaded 2 wagons of hay.
Yeah. Remember that thing that happens about every Wednesday when you give me the devil for cussing on the internet?
Don't do it.
Just pretend it happened.
So anyway,
it was awesome.
Yeah, but it's good to have the hay. Someday Lucy will thank you. Other barn update for Taylor, who was just about to comment and ask for it. Lots of good things going on in the barn. Kevin said a little bit ago about cleaning up lots of trash, which it's not trash, it's just like junky lumber and stuff everywhere, and so a good cleanup day.
No. Today, I really feel that today was the final push to remove the trash around.
Okay.
Like there was some junk behind the milk house still.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of, like, we've been accumulating this pile of scrap metal that
Yes.
because we're gonna go recycle it, and we're barely going to get enough money to pay the diesel fuel to run the truck across the mountain. But that's not even the point.
Right thing to do.
It's not the point. So Burns was helping me. We got all the scrap cleaned up on the dump trailer. You guys will appreciate this. So we have it's probably a 12 or 14 foot dump trailer that we put all the scrap on at the farm. And it's not quite full, so we brought it here to the shop because we're going to top it off with the Easy Up graveyard, which honestly will not all fit in the dump trailer.
Because every time the wind kicks up and somebody loses an Easy Up, you guys don't want to take it home, so you leave it here.
We have quite the Easy Up boneyard. But anyway, so we are we're gaining on.
Yes. So, unfortunately, I thought this was going to be the week that everything happened. It looks like it's next week, which I can be patient. But pasture fence goes in at the beginning of next week, and Kevin and I, we all spent some time yesterday. He Harley raked around the outside of the pasture, and so it's going to be super mowable. So, like when there's the pasture fence, but it's like mowed on the outside, and it's so pretty. Ours is going to be like that. I'm very excited about it.
I forgot to tell you, I started working on the mower too, on the sickle bar mower.
You did? How'd it go?
I just started putting some oil on the blades and.
Wow. Hey, you guys ever saw a sickle bar mower? You know what I said to Kevin? I said it looks like a stupid way to die. You know that song that's like, stupid ways to die? Mm-hmm. That is a stupid way to die. Anyway, but I'm excited for you. I think that. Mm-hmm. I like that for you. So there's that. There's
let's actually. So Christa was all bent on bush hogging the pasture because it was like belly high to a sailor, right? Mm-hmm. So we have a bush hog, right? Oh yeah. Long story short. We got this old POS bush hog out, and
it's like a burnt red color.
No.
Just so they can picture it in their mind. Go ahead.
Anyway, honey, the bush hog's not as old as you are. Just so you know.
Okay, tell your story.
Anyway, so she bush hogs the whole pasture, which listen, it's big. I'm not discounting that.
So here's the thing.
On the burnt red antique tractor.
We already told the story.
Okay.
All of our normal people know this.
Anyway, I was very, very proud of her. I would not have had the patience to.
It took
anyway,
a long time.
Long story short, it didn't mow worth a crap.
It was mowed down. It just grew up that fast. Since then.
Honey, I'm telling you, the bush hog.
It knocked it down.
It was like giving it a licking, so the grass laid down, and then when the rain and the sun came, the grass stood back up. It didn't really cut it off.
Yeah.
It didn't cut it off.
I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
Because the big problem is that when it gets to a certain point, the horses don't want to eat it. They don't like it's going to seed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and the other thing is lanternflies. Oh my gosh, I killed so many of them yesterday. They were everywhere. It was awful. But anyway, so he got that ready so that I can mow it, and it'll be nice for the guy that's installing that too. We also found a bunch of walnut trees, which it was fun. Adeline was having fun playing with the walnuts, and we did some excavating right there by the barn that looks really pretty. Johnny and I worked on pointing stone, so we got a really nice section. Did you get me more stuff yet? We pointed until we ran out of mortar. So we were out of supplies. We're gonna get some more of that and keep pointing. What else did we do? Lots of things.
I don't know. I got the barnyard all cleaned up except the roll-off dumpster, and I ordered more 2Bs and more cracker dust for inside under
you
the
ordered
stall.
cracker dust?
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting next step.
Yeah. That's coming Friday, which we're gonna put in this weekend, because they're coming to put in the stall frames on Monday. Yeah.
So next
real.
week, hopefully they will be doing our stalls, and then hopefully after that, did you talk to them? Are they going to do the front of the barn, back of the barn, doors, things, all the things?
We'll see.
Is it time?
We'll see. They did get Sam's barn built.
Oh,
so.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was ready to go help them if I had to. I would have. I don't care. I'll throw some. I did break my tractor, Taylor, the burnt red one. I did break it. It was leaking oil out, or grease or something.
I used it today. It's no longer leaking.
Cause it's out of it. Honey, I have fallen in love with this thing. You can't just break it now. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so we've got people. So hi Peter. Thank you guys for coming this past weekend. Gavin, you were well, thank you for finally showing up though. You have not been here the last few times and I've been missing you. I think you're thinking you're right. Sorry.
Yes.
Dumb ways to die.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the brush hog also rust red? Actually, the brush hog is actually more burnt red. It is not rusty. It is actually still red, unlike the tractor. So Braden says, what happened to that big old dumpster you guys used to have next to the oval track? We will get that back from Mugen Challenge. Yep. We do not pay for that all the time, but we do pay to get rid of a lot of your trash friends. And so we need a huge semi-truck to take care of your trash from Mugen Challenge. Things people do not realize about that they're part of the cost of running a race when they're thinking like, oh, whatever, racing's expensive. Your trash is expensive to remove, and also you have to go to the bathroom. These porta pots don't pay for themselves either. And
we have 2 more porta pots coming from Mugen Challenge too.
And then the electricity
on top of the 5 or 6 we have now
used on race weekends. Those bills would blow your mind. Yeah. On top of all of the other wonderful things that come along with running a business.
Can I go get dinner now?
Very soon. Where are the oh, that's where the lantern flies are, yeah. I heard a lot of people are getting convicts at Mugen Challenge. Their money. Yeah. Gavin had really good luck with him. He told me some things about new ones versus old ones and things. It was great. Very insightful. Okay. I think we're done. You done? Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thanks for... Oh, no, I have one more thing. I wanted to tell them about the internet thing because the technical issues that we're having. So, our internet provider, when we were having these internet problems before, they told us it was our router. So, I updated to this very fancy router or whatever. Come this weekend, my dear friend Toby from 46RC shows up and the internet feed will not go at all. It's horrible. I'm all the same problems I've been having here every Wednesday is happening out there. And he's like, what in the world is going on with your internet? I'm like, buddy, you're speaking my language. This is all I've been dealing with forever. Well, long story short, that fancy router that I got was only letting it upload at 2 megs. Download speed was good, but every time you try, so the internet seemed to work great.
I just got a generic flyer in the mail from Zito, from our internet provider people. Yeah, advertising 1 gig up and down.
So, anyway, then, so we're like, well, screw this thing. We're taking it out, and for the weekend, we plugged in the old router. And Toby was able to broadcast all weekend long. Now, we did have technical issues with our video feed this weekend. But anyway, off of our old router. yesterday, I'm testing it with Toby on the thing. It's 0 up. It literally keeps on coming up 0 up. So anyway, it's just this siege that we were working on. But I have a new computer, I have new software. Now we just got to get the internet piece and then we will be back. So anyway, thanks for bearing with our technical problems. Have a wonderful evening. We appreciate you all, and I can't wait till Mugen. Can't wait to have you all here. You close down that one.
Toodles.
I'm closing this one.
Finished.
Bye, YouTube.